yourselves then.
Okay, hello everyone on this fresh afternoon. Yeah. So my name's Craig Littleford. I'm a field sales manager for Citrix Systems in South Africa. With me, I've got Anthony Feist, a systems engineer from Citrix, and with us a good friend of ours and a good partner, Kurt Goodall from Troy Systems, technical director. So what we're going to talk about today, really briefly, and we promise not to overrun, is what are virtual workspaces and what do they mean for education? Why are these things important? Yeah. Sorry guys, I've hit the wrong thing there. No, that's fine. Okay, just hit the... Yeah. Okay, so brief introduction to Citrix. Citrix is a global company, 9,000 employees, 330,000 customers worldwide, and 10,000 partners. In education, we've got 26 years of experience in education. We've been building virtual workspaces for learning institutions around the world for that period of time. 90% of the top 25 varsities in the world use us. We are fortunate to have 2,800 learning institutions that use our technology every day. Locally, besides these public and private institutions, which are just a snippet of our loyal customers, we also have varsities such as WITS, Stellenbosch, UCT, and many others which use our technology every day to create and run virtual workspaces. You might recognize quite a few of those brands up there. So essentially, what is a virtual workspace? So in a nutshell, what it is, it's it is your data, your applications, and your desktops delivered to you in a secure manner and accessible from any location on any device on any network. That's what Citrix prescribes to, and this is what we deliver to our customers around the world. In a nutshell, what it means is, if you really had to simplify this, what it is, think of it as a DSTV or a Netflix or Showmax or one of those technologies that you understand very well. What a Citrix virtual workspace solution does is it enables the learning institution to become one of those, and from a central location, you provision out these workspaces to your staff and your students, and they consume those workspaces wherever they are on any device, and you centrally manage these things. So you move away from desktop management. You move away from the world where students are running around with memory sticks with data. You move away from the world where the student sits at a lab PC and one or two of the applications that they need aren't there, and they got to move around to other workspaces until desktops until they find these things. You move towards a space where students get what they need to be to drive better learning outcomes wherever they are on any device. So what does this mean? What does it do for a student? Well, it enables a student to bring their own device. It attracts to the varsities the students that want a modern learning environment, so you get the right type of talent coming through. You also keep the right students as well as staff. You build personalized learning environments, and ultimately you drive those better learning outcomes. What does it mean for IT? Well, efficiency, essentially. You are focusing your spend and your resources on running these workspaces as opposed to desktop management. It opens up the world where you can share services between faculties and obviously costs, because it's all based on virtualization, and ultimately drive down costs in running those workspaces. So where do you start in building a virtual workspace? Is this hocus pocus, or is this something that I can start with today, and is it straightforward? So At Citrix, we recommend that you do just three things to begin. Firstly, you develop your own campus app store. And this is a space that your students can go to, and they can self-provision applications. They can select the applications that they need for their learning requirements and the desktops that they need. Through this app store, you'll be able to simplify and streamline the delivery of those applications and the maintenance of those applications, and ultimately the entire life cycle of those applications. And because these applications are virtualized, they're not actually installed onto a PC, for example, so they can be easily moved and taken off and replaced. And because a virtual workspace is a world where applications are provisioned to individuals and not devices, and those applications stay with the person, it really simplifies your asset management for software. So you'll know who's used what and who's not using what, and therefore be quite accurate and efficient with your license spend on applications. Second thing we then would do is we recommend that you promote learning from anywhere. So in this world, your students will be able to have a workspace that is theirs and theirs only, and they can access that workspace from anywhere. By doing so, they'll be able to move around from device to device, room to room, and in fact inside and outside of the campus. And that learning and having access to applications and information really drives that learn from anywhere experience. So it's something that you really would probably want to encourage. And then also in the world of where sometimes students can't come to varsities, there may be reasons for that, acts of God or otherwise, and ultimately they'll be able to access these workspaces from anywhere at home and so on and so forth. And then lastly, what we suggest is, simplify your data security. So again, like I mentioned, move away from students using memory sticks. I mean, these things get left behind. They sometimes, break, and then students lost all of their assignments and so on and so forth. Rather have those assignments and that data sit on simple, good old-fashioned file shares which sit in your data center, or use a technology which we have on offer, which is a Dropbox or OneDrive type equivalent, but it's secure and it's something that you control. So it's a cloud-based service, and your students and staff can access their data from anywhere. That's Citrix share file. And ultimately, by doing that, you keep the data. It doesn't sit out in the wild, and you keep the keys. And ultimately, that's what I imagine students would expect from IT, to help them be secure. So that's how we would do it. But that's me talking. I'd rather hand you over to Anthony and Kurt. We're going to do a quick role play. So Anthony is an IT administrator working for one of the varsities, and Kurt's a student, and Kurt's used to coming in and having to find his favorite desktop because that one or two desktops in the labs have his specific applications. But now he's come in on Monday, and things have changed quite significantly, and we've now implemented over the weekend a virtual workspace.
Thank you, Craig. Good afternoon, everyone. So we're going to, just to give you a bit of a breakdown of what we've got here. So we've basically got a thin client sitting over here, which is a very light desktop. It doesn't have a fully fledged operating system on it. It's basically just a receiver. And we've also got an iPad over here. And we're running this environment out of London. So we're going to be connecting to desktops and applications sitting in a data center in London. So hopefully the Wi-Fi's when the internet access is up to scratch. Yeah. So Kurt, welcome to the varsity, and we've got this new solution. We're going to be doing away with the old desktops, and we're moving to dumb terminals with virtual applications and desktops.
So we've got this gadget here, but I need to access all of my applications. I see there's a portal there, but maybe if you can just tell me what that's all about.
Sure, Kurt. This screen we've got here is basically your favorites. So that's some apps you've loaded for you that we think you're probably going to need. But, let's say you need an additional application to, do whatever you need to do. We've got multiple applications available here. You can also search for an application, let's say PowerPoint as an example. And we can then add that as a favorite.
So I don't have to log a call and get these applications installed that I require. I mean, I simply go into and add it to my favorites, and the application is available. Is it that simple?
Yeah, 100%. So, let's launch an application and see what it looks like. So let's open up this app we've just provisioned. Yeah, and basically, uh, you can launch this from any device that you have connected to the store.
So it's not dependent on what is running on this device. I mean, I see you be launching PowerPoint 2013 off this device. So is it just as simple as provisioning it out of the environment?
Yeah, 100%. I see we've got Outlook, but um, yeah, but basically, all you do is you install the application on a server and you publish it. And then once it's published, users can use it on any device, including iPads, Chromebooks, thin clients, any device, and as if they're running it locally.
I also noticed that there's a Windows 7 desktop. What is that all about? Can it also run off this device? And if you can just show me how that works.
Um, sure, Kurt. Yeah, let's launch this Windows 7 desktop. Yeah, so this desktop's sitting in a data center, and you're launching it off this dumb terminal. And then you use it as if it's a normal desktop. And the beauty is you can redirect any peripherals you plug in. You can still print to locally attached printers. It's as if you're running the desktop locally.
Okay, so I see there's a start button. If you click on start for me, do I have access to my documents, and do I have a C drive? And I have a concern that I'm sitting in a lab area and multiple people access this device. What about information? My information, is that pretty much secured from and nobody else has have access to it?
Yeah, that's a very good question. So basically, your profile follows you around. So, if you connect to this endpoint device or you connect to another one over there, it's specific to you. So, other users have their own profiles and everyone's unique. So your data is available to you no matter what endpoint you're on.
So the campus, I'm only on the campus 3 days a week. I need to work and do my assignments at home. Do I have to take this device home, or how can I connect from home, from the comfort of my home?
Yeah, I think the security guys might chase you down the road if you try and take this home. So, so the beauty of this technology is that you can use it on any device. All you need is a single application, a Citrix receiver, and it's available from all the public app stores like the Apple App Store, the Google Play Store, the Microsoft Marketplace, or even you can download it from the Citrix website. And you install the application, put in your credentials, and you have access to all your apps. And
Oh, that's excellent. I see you've got an iPad, and that's one of the devices that I have at home. Do I need to log a call to get access? What do I have to install? Maybe if you can just show me how these applications move from one device to the other.
the moment of truth.
Ah, there is. That's great. Okay.
So yeah, Kurt. So here's this receiver application I was talking about. So if we open that up, you'll see you got the similar view to what you had on the thin client.
Oh, okay. I see there's also Windows 7. So are you saying we can run Windows 7 on this Apple iPad?
Yeah, 100%. So let's launch it. Now what it does on the iPad is it actually adjusts the view slightly for you. Oh, got to log in. Hopefully that's the right password. No. Is it H? Ah. Yeah, so basically what it does is it modifies the Windows desktop to make it touch friendly. So it'll change your start bar. H73. So yeah, it makes it touch friendly for you, and it gives you more of a mobile experience. So I'll show you how that works. Yeah, the beauty of this is you can use it on an iPad, an Android tablet, a Chromebook, you name it. You can use any device. You can even use your home PC and just install the receiver app, and then you can get access to your desktop and applications on that PC.
That's excellent. So yeah, let's see. I'm looking forward to this one. But this is quite interesting. I had that same application open on the WISE terminal or on this thin client. How is that possible? That if you can just explain that.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, it's persistent. So it follows you around. So if you're working on a desktop, wherever you left off, you carry on. So you can have 50 applications open, working on a thesis, whatever you want to do. As soon as you open it up on another device, you start where you left off. You don't have to log on, log off, reopen all your applications, and you just kind of carry on from where you left off.
Oh, that's excellent. So if I need to come back on campus and print this particular document, there's a big multifunction printer in the corner there. Am I able to do that? Do I have to connect back to this device, or do I have an option to use this existing device?
So if you've got the printer mapped, you can actually print from home to that local printer. And the documents don't travel from this iPad to the printer. It goes straight from your data center to the printer. So it's much more efficient from a network perspective.
That's excellent. So my primary device, which is the iPad, is now packed up, and I'm deciding should I buy a Windows or a Windows laptop or a Chromebook. It's obviously more cost effective. Am I able to use it? Is it simple as you just showed, connecting to the infrastructure?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Chromebook. Again, you just go to the App Store, install receiver, and log on with your credentials. And you can see even on the Apple device, it actually gives you a little virtual mouse, because you would probably want to right click and do all those kind of things that you'd normally do on a Windows desktop on your tablet. And then we've even got a little Citrix mouse that connects via Bluetooth and pairs with the iPad, which enables you to use a hard mouse on an iPad, which really makes the experience much better.
Okay, so my iPad was misplaced. I misplaced it last week, and I need to use another device that I have at home. Am I able just to simply use my login credentials and continue working?
Yeah. And the beauty of it is no data is stored on that device. So, if it's gone missing and you're worried about the data on the device, it's all sitting in the data center. And the other great thing is that, these devices, they're secure. So the connection between here and the data center is fully encrypted. So you don't need to worry about people intercepting that data.
Okay, excellent. So from my data perspective, that's secure and safe. So are you actually saying that I can access my applications that I need on campus from any device, from any location, and security is covered?
100%. That's correct.
And thank you.
Thanks, guys. Right. Good demo. Thank you. So we're just going to wrap up now. Really, thank you for sharing this time with us. I see in the audience here apples. I've seen notebooks. You guys have got tablets and so on and so forth. So this world is actually happening, and we're all about simplifying the delivery of those workspaces to these multiple devices for you guys. Quick question there. So the question is, how does this change licensing? How is it managed? Essentially, Citrix Zen Desktop, which is the technology we showed you, is simply a delivery mechanism. Your licenses still persist exactly as you have them agreed with your vendors. That stays as is. So you still have a responsibility to report to those vendors on who's using what. What we're subscribing to is that we make it easier for you to report on that. So we don't do away with the license. You still need to license your software, but we make it easier for you to report on it, and we make it easier for you guys to determine which students actually need it and which students don't. Okay. Yes. This last thing, guys, please come to our stand if you've got more questions. We'd love to hear from you guys. Thank you very much for your time. Cheers.